What's up, snipers? Stock Sniper Nick here, and tonight we're going to be going over the watch list for tomorrow morning, which is Wednesday, July 1st. There we go, baby. We have wrapped up June, and June has actually been our best trading month to date. We made a little bit under $8,000, and it was trading mostly these OTC stocks and really going long. I don't even think we went short once this month. So we're going to go ahead and dive into this watch list to talk about the stocks that are getting us to this number. And what's great is we actually made $750 in 9 minutes today. And that's actually the first stock on the watch list that we're still watching because it had such volatility today that it could actually continue for something special tomorrow. So we'll make sure we go ahead and cover that. Now, before we dive in, I do want to give a quick shout out. I like to always shout out one or two snipers in the group. But tonight, we actually got a big group that made some good money with us, and they actually jumped into this play that we're going to dive into, CYDY. It was an OTC panic dip buy after a huge run up. This one ran for 8 straight days, going all the way from the 380 breakout to top out at 10 today. All right, and then it dipped from 10 to 465 in this one day. All right, so it had this 8-day run up, and then it just erases really most of its gains today, and we're able to actually take advantage of that dip. What's great is the dip happened so quick, so it lined up perfectly with the setup of that panic dip buy for these OTC plays. We bought in at 5 and then sold into the 580s, and then this one even continued all the way to the 8s. So there's actually a lot of people in the group that took more advantage of this one, but we took that quick bag and went ahead and secured it in 9 minutes. All right, so this is CYD. All right, so let's go ahead and let's dive into the chat and let's check out some of these wins that we got on this play. This is our buy alert right here at 11:52. We bought it at 5:08. About 15 minutes before that, we brought up CYDY is starting to show some weakness. Let's see if it could finally go red. This thing cracks VWAP and gets 19 straight red candles to dip all the way down to 465. That's the extreme volatility that you see in this market. And that's why we love it so much, because this range gives you an opportunity to make good money. And when it's range like this, it gives you an opportunity to make good money in a quick time. So that's exactly what we did. We went ahead and bought in at 5:08, and then check this out. At 11:58, 6 minutes later, we got a nice bounce on this first green candle, and it popped all the way back up to the 530s within the first 2 minutes, and then it pushed, and we were able to take that quick bag. We had a lot of the group that sold even after. Before that, Matt actually made a quick 10%. Sauce Boy down here, he got in at the 490s with 1.5K share, and he made a little bit over 1,300 in that quick of a time. T Carbo had a nice $380 bag in that midday quick period. Sauce Boy making 1,381. And then our boy El Chamo, he actually held it for a little bit and was able to take good money here. So congrats. Big shout out to the Sniper team. Now let's go ahead and dive into the watch list and talk about why we're watching this stock for tomorrow. Let's go ahead and let's keep the heat going into July. So the first stock we're going to talk about is this one, CYDY. This thing actually had a really nice bounce going all the way from 465 to 8. Look at that. By 1 o'clock, it hit 8. But from 8, it dipped all the way down, and it showed weakness for the rest of the day, and that actually closed really weak. So we actually think this one is going to gap down tomorrow and give us even a bit, and give us one more panic. So we're going to be eyeing down CYDY for another panic dip buy. So we're going to go ahead and watch to see if the sellers step in tomorrow morning and this one gets another sell-off. Because remember, guys, we were buying the breakout of this thing at 365. There's still some potential downside. And when you get range like this, that gets you excited, shows you the potential of these stocks. The next one we're going to talk about, MDPRF. We are actually in this stock overnight. We bought MDPRF because it had this nice first green day perk up here. We bought 800 shares right at 50 in the last 15 minutes as it was continuing that uptrend all day, and it's also nearing a key multi-month resistance of 56. It's a slower moving stock, but what we like about it is on the first big green days, it tends to gap up. So we're looking for a gap up here. Ideally, it gaps right around this resistance if you could test it early. All right, if it's not testing that resistance early, we're going to go ahead and take the gains that we got. Not looking for anything too crazy here, so we're going to go ahead and play it tight tomorrow morning. Got some momentum today, so traded $500,000 today, almost $600,000, so it's got some momentum today. We'll see what can happen here. The next one on the list, WKHS. This is actually another overextended breakout, but this one's a listed play, and this one has just really been pushing since it broke out here. On 6/22, it broke out of that 537 52-week high, and it's been ripping since then. It actually topped out at 20 bucks today. So 400% on this run up. And what's been wild is each day it's just been bouncing and continuing to go higher and higher and higher. Now that this one hit 20 today, we were actually looking to short this one. I mean, it's clear overextension here. But the thing is, this one has been tricky. It's been bouncing every day. So we really want the weakness to step in. We want to see this one go red and then hold red. There is a lot of downside still. Okay, so we're not in any rush here. We like to see this crack red and hold it and prove that weakness. Okay, it did close under VWAP, so it showed some weakness already today. It's starting to show. So let's go ahead and let's see when WKHS will get that first red day after this wild run up from 537 to 20. The last one on our list, we always like to have one wildcard pick of the night, and our wildcard pick is OPTI. What makes it a wild card is last webinar, we were actually talking about playing this breakout, and we had this stock at 0.0007, which is wild that it's now at 0.046. So it's not only exceeded a penny, it has got all the way to 4 cents, creeping to 5. It closed at its high, so it could gap up in the 5s tomorrow. Alright, since this is on such a crazy run up, as you can see down here, 624, just 4 trading days ago, it was at 0.0085, so it's in the sub pennies again. Since this is such a crazy run up so far, we're not going to chase it, but we're going to look for this one to have a panic this week. So we will be keeping our eye on this one for the potential OTC panic dip buy like we saw on CYDY when that had that crazy overextension. We're going to look at this one, and we're going to be watching to see if this one come back to its breakout levels that it broke out 3 days ago of 0.0184. That would be ideal. Let's see when OPTI will get those sellers, and we'll be watching closely for it to panic. And we really like when panics happen like CYDY, where it's continuous red candles and it's a deep, deep dip. CYDY went down like 50%. So that's what we're looking for when we mean dip buy. We're not really interested in the gradual downtrend. So we're going to be watching OPTI to do that this week. It is on a crazy run up, so we feel like that is coming. Alright guys, so that wraps it up for tonight. It wraps it up for our month. Again, great trading snipers. We just had our best trading month. Just under $8,000 in trading profits. Much love to the team. We literally couldn't do it without you guys. You guys keep us excited every single day. We got webinar Wednesday tomorrow. So we'll go ahead and dive into each one of these trades that we had this week in detail. We had a $2,000 week. So that'll be exciting. Make sure you tune into that. For everyone else, we will see you guys early in the chat tomorrow morning. Much love, my snipers. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.